Back to the channel, guys. We're gonna devote a whole video to breaking down the worst play call I might have seen all year from Bobby Slowick or D'Amico, whoever it is. I'm assuming Bobby. And if you're not familiar with that play, it's gonna be clear to you. It is the 3rd and 15 before Fairbairn kicks the field goal for the lead. Okay, it is 3rd and 15. Now, before we talk about the play specifically, let's talk about the situation, right? The Texans had already decided that, hey, we are not going to go for the touchdown. We are going to kick a field goal. Now, how do I know that? Because they ran the ball twice in a row on 1st and 2nd down with Joe Mixon, and they lost 2 yards and then proceeded to lose 3 yards. So that's what created the 3rd and 15, right? Now, there's 2 scenarios you can follow in that situation. Number one, you can do what the Texans did and say, hey, we're not going to try to score a touchdown. We don't believe in Stroud right now. Just offense hasn't been able to put anything together, that's fine. Okay, whatever. You do that, or you go for the touchdown, which they didn't do. The problem with what they did is they allowed Green Bay to have a timeout left. So they went for the field goal. They decided to make that decision, but then they allowed Green Bay to have a timeout left. How does that happen? Because of a stupid play call where they throw the ball to Tank Dell on a 10-yard out route. So mind you, even if he catches the ball, it's not a first down and the clock stops, meaning it's still going to be a field goal attempt and Green Bay's still going to have a timeout, which makes absolutely no sense and is completely baffling. I went back and looked at the film or the play. You can't really see what the left side, what the other two routes at the bottom are doing, but Schultz wasn't past the sticks either. Like, it looked like Schultz was running an out route too, or a choice. I think it was an out route too. So I'm assuming that, I hope that they might have been trying to take a shot at the end zone on the left side. I don't know. Stroud got rid of the ball pretty quickly, but whatever it was, fine. They do a passing play. I don't understand why, if you're Bobby, you don't just run the ball at that point, because you've already ran the ball once, you ran it twice. Are you really afraid of losing 2 yards again and then having Fairbairn kick the field goal? Like, you're committing to kicking the field goal. So why not kick it when Green Bay has 0 timeouts versus kicking it when they have 1 timeout left? It's just absurd. And what that does in turn is it allows Green Bay to not have to worry about spiking the ball. It allows them to use the middle of the field more. It's horrible, because I'm sure Matt LaFleur's on the sideline thinking, like, what are they doing? I still have a timeout, and this is a 1-point game. So just extremely ridiculous. And the problem with this too is, like I said, you can choose to go for the touchdown. You can choose to just be content with the field goal, but you can't land in the middle and throw a 10-yard out route when it's 3rd and 15. If it was a slant and Dell drops it, it's like, well, at least I can say, well, the intention was try to catch them on a quick slant and kill clock that way. But you're not even trying to kill clock. You're not even trying to make them use a timeout. You're just throwing an out route to the sideline. Makes absolutely 0 sense. And it's honestly really terrifying to think that Bobby is thinking like that, because to me it shows like he has no idea what's happening or what's going on. That's what it seems like to me. I mean, why would you ever decide to do that to Tank Dell, who had 0 receptions up to that point? And look, maybe it's on Stroud. Maybe it's on Stroud not knowing the situation. Maybe it's, I mean, if you look at the play, Stroud had time to maybe move up on the pocket and try to go for a first. But at the same time, if you're the offensive coordinator, I don't know why that's even in the playbook right there. I mean, I would have rather him been on a go route, and at least you're trying for the touchdown. Or at least if he catches it, you're in bounds, right? So just terrible play calling, terrible decision. Could have cost us the game, because Matt LaFleur obviously used the timeout at the end of the game with 3 seconds left. But even if we still lose the game, it's just about putting pressure. Like, at least them not having a timeout, that's a different mindset. There's more pressure put on them. So yeah, that was horrifying, really shocking. And yeah, I can anyone make sense of that? Please let me know if you can make sense of that, because I really can't. So that's all I got for this video.